Alright guys, so I want to talk to you a little bit today about crocheting. I do it a lot. It's a hobby of mine. I learned about how to do it from my grandmother. She always liked to do it when she watched TV, Jeopardy. At night she would sit on her sofa and she would crochet, and she would make blankets a lot for her 8 children, her 23 grandchildren, and her 30 plus great grandchildren. And so she just recently passed away a couple years ago, and I continue the tradition as more great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren have been born, making little quick baby blankets, which is fun. So I like to do it because of tradition. Okay guys, so here I'm starting with just a chain. I just chained probably about 9 across because I'm making the base rectangle. This is going to be quick and ugly. I'm not really teaching you, I'm just kind of showing you how to do it, so advanced crocheters might be able to get it. But I chained across, then I had one extra chain and skipped that chain and chained across again and just go back and forth to make that base rectangle for my mug. So we do those 10 across, single crochet, the one chain at the end about 20 times. To make us a rectangle. So there it is. I just kept going back and forth. A single crochet I was doing here. I didn't mention that earlier. Just a single crochet with one chain to jump up to the next level. Again, like I said, maybe I'll make a better video of how to, but this is my first one. So here I'm measuring the mug because I want to make it the right fit for the mug, because I want to loop it on. It's a little mug cozy. I have to do about that much more there. Definitely measure the mug because I made a couple of these and they were too long at first. So it's definitely good having the mug there to measure it. And then I did a chain when I got the length and loop it across. And then I just did a single crochet along the sides to do the chain loop on the other end and make it look like a seamless finish. And then I do that chain again. It was probably about 13 chains I did, and then slip stitch it in on the other side. And then single crochet down the side to make it look smooth. And so here now I'm at the end, almost just single crocheting to the edge. I've made my 2 loops for the mug handle on both sides. I'm going to finish up with just a slip stitch, pulling that string through like that, and then I'll just weave that tail into the project. Just pull it in through some holes so it disappears, and then cut off the very little end. I promise I'm gonna work on getting better at holding things into the center of the camera for you guys and going slower and maybe actually showing you the stitches. But basically today is just, this is how I did it, making them for my friends. Maybe I'll put them on Etsy. I don't know, we'll see. But this is the base rectangle with the 2 loops to loop around the handles. And I did them in different colors. I did this green color, I did a brown color, I did white. I even have some red now too. Here you can see me testing it out on the mug. They just loop over the handles, and then you got a cute little mug cozy for fall. Love it. Next we're gonna add a leaf. I like to do it because I really like making things for people. I like being creative, and when I first started, I loved making hats for everybody. All my friends, all my family, everybody got a hat. Because I didn't even really follow a pattern. I just kind of did it and measured my head as I went, made it bigger, just knew the basic stitches, and I loved it. Then, after hats, I've done other things like blankets, scarves, mittens. I just recently made a fake hanging plant, and I'm going to be making these mug cozies for fall, for my fall bags gift to all my friends who've been subscribing and supporting on this crazy YouTube journey.
Alright y'all, now so here, see I'm still not holding it in the center of the camera, I apologize. But I am making my leaf, and I followed a pattern of a fellow YouTuber to make this oak leaf, so I will definitely link her in the description. Maybe I'll link it, there'll be one in the top corner here. But she was pretty easy to follow to make these oak leaves. And just a little note there about my hook, I actually added a beauty makeup blender to it to help make it more aerodynamic and not hurt my hand as much. I like it. And that hook is actually one of my grandmother's. I love it so much because it's so worn, and it's not from me using it, it's from her. It used to be pink and now it's silver. It's the best. Anyway, so I'm making the leaves. I made them in different colors to go onto the rectangular base to make the cute leaf mug cozy. And you'll see that pattern linked.
The other reason that I crochet is because it helps me chill out. I have this kind of always going, never stopping mentality where I'm always trying to do something, and when I can't just sit down and chill. It's hard for me. And crocheting, I can sit and listen and watch TV, but also still be doing something, be creating something, making a gift for my neighbor's birthday, or working on something for this channel, or using up some of my yarn stash, whatever. So it helps me sit and rest, and it helps me kind of, the repetitiveness of crocheting kind of helps me relax and meditate. It's really awesome. And I also I thrift a lot of my yarn. I don't buy a lot of yarn. Yarn is expensive. So I buy a lot of it at the thrift shop. My neighbor and I go to the bins often, and anytime we see good yarn there, we grab it up because it's cheap, paying by the pound. I love it. I just watched a channel, which I'll link below, about this woman who takes apart old sweaters and blankets for the yarn, which is another interesting idea that I might try.
So here I am laying out those oak leaves I made. It looks so cute, and I have a little darning needle. It's just like a plastic needle, and I'm going to use that to stitch those oak leaves right to that base. And I used the base color, so for this one I used the white color to stitch that oak leaf on. Just in and out, like you're sewing. Pretty easy. And then just tie the two strands together in the back and cut it. And then it will be all done and so cute. I love it. All the fall vibes, man. All the fall vibes.
I love crocheting. It lets me be creative and fulfill that sense of accomplishment. When I finish something, I feel like, yes, I finished this, and then gifting it is even awesome, more awesome. So I'll be mixing some of this hobby in on the channel, so you'll see some of my crocheting creations. Maybe I'll even start Etsy or sell some of my patterns. Eventually there'll be an email list, and I'll put lots of freebies on there. If anybody gets on there, it's coming. I'm working on it. But I hope you enjoy this. I'm going to make this little mug cozy. There's already some of those out there, but I'm going to make up my own pattern and kind of show you guys how I do it. And then I'm going to be gifting them to some of my friends. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe and like, and email list coming soon.